Hi guys, it's Carlos at the Carlos Method. Today I'm going to take you through an abs and butt workout at home. This is a 35-minute bodyweight circuit. Get thoroughly warmed up before you get started, and let's get into it. Okay guys, we're going in 20 seconds. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. We're posting workouts every Monday and Thursday. Hit that notification bell for the weekly updates. Okay, we're going in 10 seconds. Get yourselves onto the mat. Okay, I want your heels close to your bottom, hip width apart, shoulders back and down, relax down. From there, you're going to squeeze your hips up into the air, hold for a second or two, and then come back down. We are in, guys, 50-second round here. So squeeze up, squeeze your glutes firmly, and then come back down. At the top position, I want your knees, hips, and shoulders all in a straight line. Okay? So you should be like a long ski slope. You should be able to ski down me from my knees down to my head. Okay? So. Glute bridges, these are great to do prior to going out for a run, prior to a HIIT session or a general exercise session, prior to lifting weights and doing deadlifts and squats, a heavy kind of leg session. This is just one glute bridge we're doing at the moment, a basic glute bridge, standard glute bridge. We're gonna add some variations as we go into the workout here. So the lower back's pressed firmly into the mat, you're squeezing up, squeezing your right and left butt cheek, and then coming back down. Let's get one more in there. 5-second transition, single leg lows, both legs up as straight as you can, and you're going to lower one leg down to the floor and then come back up. One leg down to the floor, come back up. Try and keep your head pressed against the mat, lower back pressed against the mat as well. Now I've got quite an archy back, so sometimes I bring my head up. I actually feel alright at the moment, so I'm going to keep my head down. Make sure the back stays flat against the mat, guys, okay? So it's a good one for the lower abs and the core. Obviously some will have very tight hamstrings. Make sure you keep working on your hamstrings, because when you've got tight hamstrings, they pull on the pelvis, pull on the back, they can cause back pain, and also it will affect some of your core exercises. So if you're into your Pilates, and some of these exercises are borrowed from Pilates, some of these movements you'll see through the workout, or they've been modified from Pilates. Okay, so here's your single leg lowers, back flat to the mat, breathe out as the leg comes back up. Okay, wide glute bridge. Get the feet wider this time. And you're going to squeeze your hips up into the air. And then come back down. Spend a bit of time in the top position. And squeeze for a second or two. And then come back down. Because you're in the wider position, you're going to feel it a little bit more in the outer part of the glute. Just so that you just feel a slightly different tension on these compared to the standard glute bridge, which is hip width apart. Keep the knees flared out. Make sure they're not sinking in. Working the adductors inside, the abductors outside. Working the glutes. Make sure you're engaging your core. Keep your rib cage closed down. Make sure you're not flared through your rib cage. Your wide glute bridges. This is an abs and butt workout at home, like we said at the start. It's a 35-minute bodyweight circuit. 3 seconds. Okay, front plank with foot taps. Onto your front, guys. Okay, here we go. So one foot to the side and back in. I've made it quick transitions so we can just get a lot of work done. No messing around with this one. Just want to get a lot of work put into the session. So it's your long straight line. Everything's in a straight line, head down to the hips. And then foot taps as far out as you can. I've got to be careful of my mat here. It's a long position. Make sure there's no arching in your back. You're not rotating or twisted or anything. You're just touching the foot out to the side. Here. So we're going to do some mat work, and then after a while we're going to do some standing up work with the legs. We'll do some squats and lunges, curtsy lunges, different lunge variations, and then we're going to finish off with some ab work afterwards. 5 seconds here. We've got a 5-second transition. Frog pumps glute bridge, lie on your back. Okay, feet together, flare the knees, and you're going to squeeze your hips up into the air. Back down. Now you do see these done on film on YouTube a bit more quicker than I'm doing. I'd take your time if I were you. If you're tight and you've got stiffness, keep the knees flared out as tight, as wide as you can. And it's just a different variation of the glute bridge. The feet are together, the heels and the toes are together, your head's down, the knees are flared out wide. And again, it's just a different variation of the glute bridge. The squeezing the glutes, pull the top down back, yeah? Okay, so 17 seconds here. Now I'm quite tight on my adductors. You've got 5 adductors on the inside leg, your short adductors and your long adductors. I'm pretty tight on my short adductors. I'll try to loosen up before the session. But you can see there's a bit of restriction here. But it's okay, I can still feel the tension on the glutes. Bicycle abs, elbows to knees. So we're going here. Quick transitions, guys. Just because, like I said, just want to keep a nice flow through the session. So elbow to the top of the knee. Pulling that knee in towards your body. That's it. Bicycle abs. Breathe into the turns. Get the leg out as long as you can, as long as you're not arching your back, okay? The lower back's pressed into the floor. Just gently press into the floor, and you're putting elbow across to the knee. Don't rush and don't go super fast. It's a nice steady pace. We've come into my sister's carpool today. We wanted to film outside, but classic British weather. It's been raining throughout the day, it's dark and cloudy. So we've come under the carpool for this early evening session here in the UK. Okay, so 3 seconds left here. Glute bridge with alternating leg march. Hold a high bridge. You're going to bring the knee in and then come down. Keep that bridge up. Bring the knee up to the chest and back down. So it's an alternating bridge. Squeeze your glutes. Knee up to the chest and back down. Make sure the height stays up in between reps. So it's an alternating leg march. Single leg march. Okay. Got to really focus on these and make sure you don't lose your high position, your bridging position. If you lose that, you're losing the tension in the glutes. You'll feel it in your hamstrings as well, obviously. The hamstrings are assisting you in the hip extension. You should really feel it in the glutes. Alternating single leg glute march. And once we've done all these sequences, it's going to be really good for when you put it into an integrated movement pattern, like a squat and a lunge. You'll feel it working you well. Single leg bent, leg stretch. One leg bent, one leg out straight, head and shoulders off the floor. Breathe. Breathe. These are quite fast, these 5-second transitions. Then we'll put them into action. And normally I do a 10-second or 15. Depends on the workout, really. You know, we're doing HIIT sessions on here, circuit sessions, doing AMRAPs and all sorts of things. Look on our channel for all the other workouts. We've got absolutely tons of sessions, different sessions on our channel. So head and shoulders curled off the floor, chin tucked in. Breathe out as you extend. Breathe out. Really engage your core. Draw the tummy in. Use the breath. It's all about posture alignment, tension, control. Lightly clasp the leg. Don't hold on to it. Side lying abduction. I'm going to face the camera. Okay, so here guys, feet stacked, hips stacked, raise to the side and then come back down, okay? So shoulders are stacked, hips are stacked, push the heel away, point the toes towards you, just gives you a bit more tension on that glute, okay? Now again, these are great to do body weight because you get a nice active stretch on your adductors inside, and your abductors, your glutes, your glute medius and glute minimus, you're working here mainly. You get to get some good work here. Hold for a second or two. And then come back down. You can do these with mini resistance bands. We wanted to just keep it a 35-minute bodyweight circuit today. But you can do it with mini resistance bands just to get more load or some ankle weights you can put on your calves or your feet. Okay, so we'll change sides. So side lying abductions, straight leg. Okay, so shoulders are stacked, hips are stacked. As they focus back, it's okay. You're going to squeeze and hold at the top. Now I'm always weak on my left side, so find out when you're doing these kind of exercises, as you work through them, find out where you're tight. And you know, some of these exercises, whilst they're easier doing body weight, you know, after you get conditioned and you get stronger, they are still really good to activate the tissues. And I sometimes do all these as a you know, I don't do 35 minutes maybe, but I do like a 20-minute or 15-minute circuit of some of these things before I go out for a run. Everything's warm and fired up, or even before I do one of my HIIT sessions. And rest. Windscreen wipers, okay. Hands out wide, legs up straight, over to one side as far as you can, shoulders flat, bring it into the middle, take it over to the other side, as far as you can, keep the shoulders down, okay. I'm keeping my head up, just because my back's a bit bendy and archy, I need to keep my head up. You can keep your head flat, or you can support your head with a pillow, if it's hurting you. I keep the hands out wide, so you've got a wide base of support. If you do it here, you're not going to get as much, it's going to be hard, unless you can grip the mat. You can grip the mat, or hold on to something for support, fine. I keep my hands out wide, obviously, because the weight of the legs, you just want to counterbalance the weight of the legs. Feel this in the obliques. Go as far as you can. For some of you who've got tight hamstrings, obviously your legs will be a little bit more bent. Those who've got really good range with their legs will be a bit straighter than mine. I'm very tight behind back of my knees, so single leg glute bridge is okay. One leg up straight, squeeze the glute, come back down, keep one leg up straight. Now I tend to do about 3 to 5 of these, then I switch. Because if you just try and do a set of 10 on one leg, feet heel close to the bottom, leg up straight, and then drive through that hill, hold at the top for a second or two and back down. Yeah, if I try and do a set of 10 all in one go, I just find, yeah, I'm losing the activation, I'm losing the tension. So just do them in 3s for now. Leg up straight as you can, and you're driving that hip up into the air, and come down. It's obviously more advanced from what we did at the start. We were just getting into the start of the circuit with the double leg glute bridges, the standard ones, the wide ones, and then the frog pumps. And now we're taking it to a single leg, so there's more load, more demand on the hip. So there's more of an advanced one. You can bring your knee into your body, close. I prefer up straight. I used to do it in close, I prefer up straight because you can get a bit more into that extension, that up position. 20 seconds, 25 seconds left here. Yeah, so don't rush these, take your time. You just work at your own pace. The key thing is tension in the glutes, right? So if you find you're not getting enough height on these, you're not getting enough tension, either regress back down to the double leg glute bridge, or you can go the wide bridge or the frog pump bridge, or just do them in singles or doubles or trebles. But don't try and do like too many in one go on one side. Single leg, straight leg stretch. One leg up straight, one leg extended, switch. Single leg, straight leg stretch. Otherwise known as scissors. As low as you can with the other leg. Keep it nice and long. Make sure there's no arch in your back. Head looking straight ahead, chin tucked in. Gently. Breathe. 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 You can reach behind the calf or up towards the foot. 20 seconds here. I'm pretty tight as you can see, but I can really feel this in my core. My left hamstring particularly. Make sure you're really warm before starting the circuit. And then rest. Right side plank, okay. Right side plank with rotation. Elbow underneath the shoulder, hips up high. One rotation underneath you, and around, and then one hip touch down, and then up, guys. Okay, so that's one rep, one rotation, and then up to the ceiling, and one hip touch. Okay, those of you that are following my channel and done some of my workouts, you can see I've shaved my head. It's hotter in the summer months now, and it's actually quite good. Now I've got it shaved. It's moist. So I do a lot of training. I'm training 6 days a week for my YouTube channel to keep fit for you guys, to keep producing this content. So it's out of my way for the time being. I've got to use any hair gel and dry it, can't be shampooing it and putting conditioner in and stuff. So it's actually quite nice to have it shaved. I didn't want to go too short, like a skinhead or anything. So yeah. Left side plank. A lot of my clients like it back in North London, back at the Carlos method. My sister behind the camera, she wasn't even keen on it at all. Hips up high, shoulders and hips stacked. You know, one rotation around, and then one up, and then hip touch, and up, yeah? So all the way out as far as you can. I think it was a 15mm blade on I used it on my beard shaver actually. I couldn't find any hair clippers, so I just got it on the thickest I could. So it's 15mm, I think it's like almost a number 8 on a set of clippers. So just all over, did it myself, all the way down, all the way up. I was going to try and fade the sides, go a bit short at the sides and fade it up. I thought I better not, because if I make a mistake, and I've obviously got to film this weekend, then I'll have to take it down to that level. I don't think that would have really looked good. Okay, so this is telling me to stop talking. All right, so double leg rows. All you back, guys? Okay, so both legs up straight. Lower both legs down. And both legs up. That was TMI, Beck. I think that was TMI, too much information. I've learned that abbreviation now. Too much information. Okay. Double leg loads, so make sure the legs are nice and long, as far down as you can. And back up. If you see my earlier videos, I used to struggle on these. I'm much better. Look at the length I'm getting on these now. Been working a lot on my ab work. So your double leg go, fantastic exercise for the lower abs. Just make sure there's no pressure on your back. It's a combination really of having flexibility in the hamstrings and then in the lower back, and obviously strengthen the core. It's a combination. It's not just strengthen the abs, it's flexibility as well. Oh. Whew. Okay, well, let's get standing up. Narrow squats, guys. All right. Okay, so narrow squats. We okay? In the focus. 30 seconds here. Quick change over there. Should have maybe done 10-second transition on that one. So narrow squats for 30 seconds. Just body weight. Sit as low as you can comfortably. Okay. Just under 10 more seconds. Now you're sitting on a chair, so sit back and down. I'm not praying, I'm just holding, keep my hands out of the way. Feet shoulder width apart now, you can sit back. Now it's just a little bit wider than the narrow squat. And when I'm with clients at the studio at the college in North London, I like to get them doing body weight stuff and in different squat patterns. Because sometimes people are too eager to load heavy weights onto their backs. Same position all the time. In everyday life, you're picking up your kids, you're picking up your shopping, reach your hands out in front, guys, you don't always have to hold them. You put your hands on your hips, whichever's comfortable. I tend to keep them clasped normally. That's your wide, and now we're going to go wide. Toes out, Zumo squat. Spread the knees, working the adductors. Then it's 30 seconds of each squat pattern. Narrow, standard, and wide squat. Spread the knees out. Get a little bit of a sweat going on in here. Feel the sweat coming on me now. Alright, so here's a wide squat, spread the knees tracking over the second or third toe. Okay, one more. Done. Reverse lunges, nice and tall, hands on the hips. Backwards lunge and down, and then stand up. Backwards lunge and down, and stand up. So core tight, engage your abs. Take a nice long backwards. I'm going to show you a side on profile. You're still okay? So we're going backward down, 99s on both legs. Nice upright torso. Let's keep a good balance. Just stay here because you can see the side profile. So just make sure the knee's not coming too far. The knee should be roughly over the ankle. It may come a little bit to the middle of the foot, but not over the toes. You'll be coming forward that way, shearing the knee. And you want to keep the pelvis in a good position. So tuck your tailbone underneath, engage your abs. 11 seconds left. I'm going to come to the front so I can see I've got my little timer here on my iPad. Alright, almost there. Forward lunges, okay, nice and tall, shoulders back, forward lunge, and back up. Forward lunge, back up. You see what I said earlier, guys? We did all the glute work on the floor, some core activation work, and core exercise on the floor. And now we're taking it to a standing position, and we're actually putting it into some proper movement patterns. Because in everyday life, you don't lie on your back, waving your arms and legs. In everyday life, you can pick stuff up and carry stuff, move around, locomotion. So, alright, 25 seconds. Got forward lunge, backwards and down into lunge, and push off that leg. Engage your abs. Okay. Now obviously you can load these. If you have got some weights, feel free to pause the video, add some weights to it. You know, once you've mastered the body weight, you've got clean movement, absolutely you should load it. And it is good to load the exercises. Curtsy lunges, alright, nice and tall. Backwards and behind and up. Backwards and behind and up. We'll do a few this side. We're okay back, focus wise? Yeah. Other side. So this foot is straight ahead, okay? You're reaching backwards and down as far as you can. So you're really loading into the glute. I'm going to do 3 each side. Yeah. Oh, I get it. My sister's doing this behind the cameras because I'm taking a bow. She's obsessed with like the Queen and all that kind of stuff. Alright, so other foot. Curtsy lunges. Yeah, taking a bow. Okay, so we're loading into the glute. Go, reach back and down as far as you can, as far as it's comfortable. If you've got bad knees, just stick it to a regular squat. I wouldn't load the curtsy, I find them good just body weight to be honest. And just work to what your mechanics allows, you know? What? Lateral lunges both sides, nice and tall. Out to the side and up. out to the side. Is that okay, focus-wise? Okay. So side lunges. So as I'm going out that way, this leg bends, this leg straight, both legs straight ahead, head up, chest up, both feet straight. So the outside leg is bent, the inside leg is straight. Feel my glutes from those curtsy lunges. All right. Oh, I really can feel them. Okay. And that's the thing, once you've done all this glute activation, well, we've done all this leg on, make sure you do actually stretch your glutes afterwards. A lot of people, well, yeah, they've got weak glutes and tight hip flexors. When they start doing all this glute activation work and actually firing up their glutes, obviously that muscle's been worked and it's been tensed up all the time. You're constantly squeezing your butt cheeks, so you need to stretch them basically after. Really stretch them out. Tock lunges, okay, so you go backwards and then forwards. Backwards and then forwards. So the foot does not touch the floor if you can help it. It transitions through, alright, without touching the floor. These are great for bodyweight. I wouldn't load these with weights. I think they're good on bodyweight because it's working your balance and stability. Certain exercises are better to load than others. Obviously deadlifts and squats, walking lunges, that kind of stuff. I think TikToks or forward and back lunges. So you're not touching the floor. So there's an element of balance here as you step through. There's an element of balance. You don't be carrying like heavy dumbbells as you're trying to transition through. Whoops. I totally lost it there. Yeah, it's a nice exercise, this one. And just control it. I see some people in the gym, they just rush through these and speeding through them. But you need to get control. Look, control the lunge. Whoops, I'm worried about knocking my iPad over there. Alright, so let's start that again. Control the lunge. And control the lunge. Control the lunge. Control the lunge. No more hiccups, Carlos. Supposed to be on camera doing it professional. I do these in my own training. It's just when you're trying to talk and do two things at once, the coordination goes a bit, you know, neurons firing up in my head as I'm talking, and then they're forgetting to fire in my legs. Alright, so 10 seconds here. There we go, into a rhythm now. Tick tock, 3 seconds. Whoo! Alright, back to the first sequence. We're going to do it twice over. Narrow squats. Come with me now, guys. Namaste. Here we go, so narrow squats, that's what they say in yoga. They put their hands together, they go namaste. I don't know what it means actually. My sister's put their hands together, I'll come out with stuff as I'm training. No, they do say in yoga, I've done some yoga classes. I think it means, it's either a welcome greeting or it's, okay, I'm going to drop out that conversation. And we're going to go into standard squats. Feet shoulder apart, sit back, up tall. Whew. She's kicking me. We like to have fun, we like to have a laugh and a joke with it, we don't mean anything by anything we say. We like to have banter and jokes and try and entertain people behind the camera, make them laugh, because exercise can be quite boring. My sister's the total opposite of me, she's a non-exerciser. And she's always telling me, Carlos, make it fun, engage with people, don't just stand there like a robot, people get very bored otherwise. Toes out, wide squats, sumo squats. So yeah, I try and act like a bit of a clown comedian when I'm on camera as well, giving people a workout. Alright, so now spread the knees over the second and third toe. This is a great one for the adductors. I think bodyweight, these wide squats, I sometimes actually do these in between heavy deadlifts and stuff. When I'm doing really heavy work, I break out and do some bodyweight lunges and bodyweight kind of wide squats to keep my hips nice and loose in between sets. Reverse lunges, hands on the hips. Let's do a side on again. Reverse lunges, guys, backwards and down. Now these are great to do with weights. You've got some dumbbells. By all means load these when you're on your own. Or if you pause the video and you've got dumbbells in your room, go and grab them. Because eventually, once you've mastered the bodyweight movements, your movements are clean, you've got that dialed in, your form's dialed in, then obviously load the movements, that's how you're going to get stronger. Your tissue's going to get more resilient, you're going to be more strength in the tissue, less chance of injury, just a more robust, solid frame you'll have. And obviously it affects, it will help you for sports, playing any kind of sports, tennis, basketball, football, you want to have strong legs. It's important when you're running as well, if you're a runner. 5 more seconds, guys. Whew. Okay, rest. Forward lunges. Nice and tall. Now forward lunges. I've got to shoot a plyometric session tomorrow. Now I'm doing all this leg work. I'm going to kill my legs off the time, but tomorrow I'm shooting another plyo workout. Check out my plyo workouts, guys. Hopefully back will get some of them flying over my head as I'm talking. I've got 3 different plyometrics workouts on the channel at the moment. They're proving really popular. We're getting a lot of hits, a lot of likes, good feedback and comments from people. So yeah, I'm shooting another one tomorrow, so I'm going to jump into an Epsom salt bath after this, do some stretches. What are we cooking tonight? Chili con carne. I have a massive plate of chili con carne. And then off to bed and rest for tomorrow's session. Just plyo. Yeah, so if you guys are well trained and you're strong, then do check that out. We'll check it out in a few weeks once you build your fitness up some more. Okay, curtsy lunges. Let's take a bow, everyone. So sit back into it, nice and tall. Okay, so foot goes back behind you. This foot stays straight ahead, back and down behind your body, yeah? I really feel that in my glute. Don't rush these, take your time, just sit into it and come back out. Some people do these easier than others, I've noticed. Some mechanics. People are tight in certain spots, whether it's with joint mechanics or muscle tissue length. I can really feel that in my glutes. I always find the movement a bit awkward, but I do feel it in my glutes. My knees are okay. But like I said, certain exercise, I wouldn't load this, because if you do this and you lose balance and you've got a weight, obviously you can set yourself up for a knee injury there. You know, ACL ligaments or lateral ligaments. But let's do it, yeah, let's work slow. Lateral lunges, feet straight ahead, outside leg bent, inside leg straight. Our cat, we've got a cat who absolutely hates this beep on the iPad or on the phone, because she's normally walking around it and trying to turn it off somehow, like scratch out the screen or something. But she's sitting quietly behind us and I'm like, oh. Okay, so side lateral lunges, both feet straight ahead, chest up, good postures, just looking straight ahead. Sit into it as deep as you can. If you're with weights, you should hold the weights here, and you'll be sitting with weights like that. I sometimes do it with like 6 kilograms, because you want to be able to get there, get out into the lunge and come up. You don't want to be stuck out here, yeah? You want to be able to sink into the lunge and push back out comfortably. So find a weight that allows you to move comfortably through that. Tock lunges, backwards, forwards. We're here for 1.5 minutes, guys. Oops. Make sure you get the control in the lunge before you transition over into the forward lunge. So control, don't touch the floor, control. Okay. So we've got 20 seconds left here. God, this does burn. I'll tell you what, this leg that's the stance leg, so full leg, you do feel it in the quad and the calf's trying to grip. You know, the leg's just trying to grip on the floor as you're transitioning over. Obviously your body weight is translating forward and behind. This leg's got to steady that, stabilise it. Other leg. Woo. Down, forward, down, forward. 35 seconds left, guys. You've got tick-tock lunges. I think we're almost at the end of the leg sequence, if this might be the last one actually, and then we're going to get back onto the mat. Oh, there's a bead of sweat coming on me now, it's good. Whew. Down, well, I'm losing on this leg here. Down. Alright, 10 seconds here, nice and tall. 3, 2, and rest, good, okay. Single leg loads, yes, I was correct, on your back. Single leg loads, guys. You good back with the mat? Yeah? Both legs up straight. One leg down. Sorry guys, I should have given myself 10 seconds there. Single leg loads. Pause the video if you need to. Rewind back a bit if you need to. Single leg loads here. I'm keeping my head up. I can really get some tension in my core here. You can keep your head down if you like. Support your head, put a pillow there. Don't fall asleep though. We've got 5.5 minutes left. Breathe out as you come up. Oh. It's nice to get out and work out, so I haven't had a chance to train. I've been training all week. I can always train 6 days a week, sometimes twice in the day with clients. So it's nice because some clients like to train with me, do it as part of their session. Front plank, foot taps. Let's go. Yeah, I trained with a client yesterday. I was trying to catch up with him for chin-ups. He's better than me at chin-ups. He's lighter than me, you know, so that's something, but you can't make excuses all the time. I do train a lot, so I should be. But I caught up with him towards the end. I did 40 chin-ups to his 45. We kind of run out of time in the end, actually. But we're doing him in sets of 3, sets of 4 reps. But you know what? Even though I'm a trainer and I train a lot and I am very fit, there's always someone fitter or stronger than you in something or another. You know, different components of fitness, whether it's flexibility or endurance or strength, whatever the case may be. Another client's beating my 3K at the moment. You know, my 3K previously was 12 minutes. And clients, well now it's 13 though, 10 years old at 37. He's an older man. And he's beating me by a minute at the moment. Single bent leg stretch, line on your back. Yeah. Oh. Okay, one leg out straight. Back into Pilates mode. Breathe out. Head and shoulders off the floor. Lightly grasp the leg. Keep the rib cage closed down. Draw the tummy in. Head looking straight ahead. Single leg bent leg stretch. Fire up the core here. 31 minutes in, guys. We're on the last stretch. 12 seconds. Breathe. Okay. Windscreen wipers. Take the hands out wide, legs up straight. Now take them over to one side as far as you can. And back in the middle. I think, let me know what you think of the video, guys. After, comment, like it, hopefully. But comment, give me your feedback. These 5-second transitions have been good in the main, just to keep a nice flow. You want to get a bit of a sweat on, because sometimes you've got too much of a rest and you want to pack out the volume. You know, volume is everything, and people are time poor, right? So my studio back in North London, we do 30-minute sessions, 30-minute circuit stroke hit sessions in North London in Finchley, and it works really well for people there. They've got busy lives, family, work, responsibilities, and I think same at home. You want to switch on YouTube, turn on Carlos TV, get it going live in your living room, and you want a quick, efficient, effective workout, which is hopefully what I've done for you guys here. Okay, single straight leg stretch. Here we go. Breathe. Oh, this is hard putting these together. Shortly after that, a single bent leg one. So Pilates scissors, straight leg stretch. Different levels on this to do, but head and shoulders up. Lightly reach behind the leg. What do you think my hamstring flexibility, Bet? I think it's got a lot better.
Yeah, it's got much better.
Yeah, we're working on a lot, stretching a lot, and getting massage and foam rolling. We started shooting videos at the start of lockdown many months ago, and I was struggling with my hamstring. It just takes time. You're working on all other things. I'm always working on my fitness in one thing or another, but some things get neglected, so I'm quite happy with that. Okay, almost there. 3, 2. Woo. Right side plank with rotation and hip tuck. Elbow underneath the shoulder, feet stacked, hips stacked. One rotation. This is the last exercise, guys. Let's get the work done. Whoa. Okay. I'm just watching our cat. She's behind the camera. She's an absolute wild cat, really. She's a stray cat that we brought in, lovely cat, but she's been out for so long. She's just obsessed with just hunting things. You just see her perched on the car. Perched atop the car. She's looking around for things to kill or catch, or during the night she's going to go outside and go hunting. We tried to domesticate her a bit, but she reminds me of the Lion King and the 3 hyenas. If anyone's seen the Lion King, the original, Eddie, the crazy hyena. She's got the eyes, same eyes as Ed. Sorry, not as Ed, isn't it, Beck?
Yeah, it's Ed.
Ed out of the Lion King, yeah. So okay, so hips up high, reach around and underneath, and then up to the ceiling. and then 1 hip touch. Round and up. This is your last exercise, guys. Reach up to the ceiling and then down. As far as you can around. I hope you've enjoyed this. Like I've said, we've done glutes and abs throughout the whole session. So we've worked the glute max, the big glute muscle, the glute med, glute minimus. We worked the obliques, the lower abs, the upper abs. And I've tried to include lots of things into the circuit. And sometimes we've doubled up, you know, we've done things a couple of times over. Because it's good sometimes to make sure you've really got the hang of the exercise, you really know what you're doing, what you're trying to achieve on the movement. Whew! I thought I was going to blow up then, that thing. Fine, brilliant. It's the first time we've used it. Normally use it on our phone, but that was on the iPad. Fantastic workout, guys. Well done. That was a 35-minute abs and butt workout at home, bodyweight circuit. Thanks a lot for following me on this workout. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know what you think of this workout, and I'll see you guys on the next session. Take care. Bye-bye.